Oh, Utah Governor Spencer Cox, a Republican, last Thursday appeared to praise a race-based NBA team policy. He seemed to deny the meaning of the word racist and claimed that the team in question is a private business. Let's see not only why he's wrong, but why it's important to explain to future generations why he's wrong. Hi everyone, I'm Gardner Goldsmith for MRC-TV. You know, it's often stunning to see how foolish politicians can be. Take Utah Governor Spencer Cox, the Republican who last Thursday allowed political correctness and posturing evidently to prompt him not only to praise a race-based policy, but to deny the meaning of the word racist and to claim that the team in question is a private business.
All right, let's go to our next caller. That is David in Highland. Good afternoon, David. What is your question for the governor?
Hi, Governor. The Utah Jazz is excluding white children from consideration for their scholarship program. Do you think this is racist? And what will you do to prevent the Utah Jazz from acting in this racist manner?
And what was Cox's answer?
Well, I don't think it's racist. In fact, I think it's in response to, unfortunately, some very difficult and racist injustices that have happened in our community for a long time. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do for the Utah Jazz. Absolutely nothing. Because you know what? I believe in the Constitution and I believe in the freedom of businesses to make decisions and decisions that are right for them. Your kid or my kid, they have no right to the Utah Jazz's money, and the Utah Jazz and Ryan Smith can do the things that they want to do with their funds and their revenues.
Shooting a three-pointer. Oh, airball.
You know, we live in a nation that does have a very difficult history, and sometimes we try to ignore it. A history of racial injustice, a history where of course slavery being the most severe and awful example of that. But look, that stuff doesn't go away overnight. And kids, we're working very hard on equity, making sure that every kid in our state has the same opportunities as others. And so looking for ways to lift communities that have been historically and disproportionately impacted isn't racist at all. In fact, it's a great way to overcome racist. And I'm really proud of the Jazz and the great things that they're doing there. Yes,
self-contradictory. Well done, Mr. Cox. All kids should have equal opportunities, so some kids shouldn't have the opportunities. Huh? Which indicates that Cox is ill-informed about racism and ill-informed about how taxpayers in Utah and Salt Lake City have been forced to subsidize the Utah Jazz. First, if the Jazz College Scholarship Program is focused on race as a primary criterion for consideration for applicants, that's racist, plain and simple. And in fact, as the official Jazz Scholarship Program webpage indicates, this is precisely the policy of the team. Quote, for every Jazz win during the 2020-2021 season, the Utah Jazz are providing a full 4-year scholarship to an underrepresented student of color enrolling as a freshman for the 2021-22 school year, end quote, which offers some food for thought. In a private sphere, business owners, customers, investors, and employees should be free to decide what they want to do with their money. If a business owner wants to help people of a certain heritage or age or gender or religion or height or skill, handicap or interest, whatever it might be, he or she should be free to do so. So perhaps race-based private initiatives to help certain kinds of people and not others aren't bad or unethical or immoral per se, even if they are racially focused. Sometimes they merely reflect the personal interests of the benefactor as he or she makes decisions about where to direct limited funds. Each of us can assess the policy of such an organization and make our own decisions about it. But this, like Cox's statement, assumes that the aid is provided by a private entity.
Your kid or my kid, they have no right to the Utah Jazz's money, and the Utah Jazz and Ryan Smith can do the things that they want to do with their funds and their revenues.
And the Utah Jazz, like most professional sports teams, cannot claim to be decoupled from vast amounts of public tax funds. The arena in which the Jazz play, now called the Vivint Smart Home Arena, was built with and later refurbished thanks to infusions of taxpayer cash from the state and from the city government of Salt Lake.
They built it fast with Utah architects and planners and thousands of local workers. And they built it right here in the heart of Salt Lake City.
So Governor Cox is in error saying that billionaire Smith's basketball enterprise is completely a private endeavor. Smith is the beneficiary of government handouts given to his franchise via construction subsidies and support conducted under the useless political banner of community-centric government, so-called initiatives, as we always hear. Those would be initiatives that revitalize, as they always tell us, certain areas of a city or state at the expense of people who don't live there. They don't own businesses there, and they often don't use those benefits. Mr. Cox might have been trying to adopt a laissez-faire approach to what Smith and his NBA franchise think is a good policy. He might have been trying to nudge folks towards being less judgmental about how private business people spend charitable money. But to deny that the Jazz scholarship is race-based is contrary to the facts. And to claim that Smith is somehow free from government ties is incorrect.
I believe in the Constitution, and I believe in the freedom of businesses to make decisions and decisions that are right for them.
Those government ties are problematic unto themselves because people have been forced to subsidize a private business. But the addition of this new scholarship policy makes the problem even more complicated for taxpayers who might disagree with the Jazz plan, but who have had their cash taken by government to help the Jazz franchise. As the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox might want to learn these things before again venturing into the arena of political disputation. But it does allow us to take from this story some lessons that we can pass on to other people. Hey, thanks so much for watching, everybody. As I always say, if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because still people get dropped off sometimes. Please join us at Rumble, where all the videos are hosted. You can always find us at MRCTV.org. That's MRCTV.org. Please visit every day if you can. It'd be great to see all the people hitting all the stories by the great team, which oftentimes we can't always get into video. And if you get the opportunity, go to MRC-Store. That helps support the Media Research Center and allows you to get some great items. You'll find us on Facebook, you'll find us on Twitter, you'll find us on Parler, you'll find us on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm Gardner Goldsmith. You can find me on Gab at Gardner Goldsmith. For MRC TV, thanks for watching. I'm Gardner Goldsmith.